Check, check, check. Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, Magic fan, Magic Arena fan. So it's time to start the stream. What time is it? It's 10:56 a.m. Pacific time. The stream starts at 11. I'm just so eager to get on Magic Arena that we'll start it now. Let's do some preliminary stuff. So the goals of the stream are I need to grind a little bit to get enough gold to get into some events. Therefore, I'm going to maybe upgrade some decks, the built-in ones, for example. Do a little grinding, a little playing, upgrade the decks, talk about some vintage cards, just have some fun. Playing some arena. So it's a week now that the beta has become open beta, and I do see a variety of people playing. It's not the same old decks anymore, especially now that Amonkhet and Ixalan block is out. Good riddance, Amonkhet. I was so tired of Bomat Courier. Yeah, I know there were worse things in it, like Chandra, Torch of Defiance, and Heart of Kiran, but that Bomat Courier just angered me so much, so I'm glad it's gone. But I'm gonna miss Amonkhet block. Yeah, Scarab God was horrific, but it had things that I loved from my decks. I loved Bantu's Monument, Ronas's Monument, and Oketra's Monument. That reduced the cost of creature spells in white, black, and green, and it really affected my decks. What also affected my decks was the rotation of Amonkhet, and I lost so many great cats. Pride Sovereign, R.I.P. And Adorned Pouncer. That little kitty is dead with no chance of being eternalized. I loved those little cats, even Sacred Cat. Adorned Pouncer, R.I.P. Well, we're going to do some streaming with the current standard block Guilds of Ravnica, which reminds me, I've got something over here. Did you go to the pre-release? I got a Dimir pre-release pack, and I also got a Golgari pre-release pack. So there I am. I'm a total guild master. So did I pull anything cool? Yes, I did. I pulled some cool valuable cards. Now I usually collect or try to collect a whole expansion of Magic, and then so that means I usually buy a box, sometimes do a pre-release, and then I try to collect every card, and then I make decks out of all that I get. I get the Planeswalker decks too. Those are fun. I like upgrading those. Check my YouTube videos for all of that. And I got a what's that one green card? It's a big old creature, something Ferox. I got one of those in foil. I got the Multitude of Many, something like that. The one that is a green and a white and an X, and it does stuff. Got one of those. I got a Steam Vent, no big deal. So that's one of the valuable cards there. Oh, and I also got a Steam Vent foil, so no big deal. So it was cool. Well, let's get on with the stream here. Quick reminder, after the stream is no longer live, I always go back and add chapter stops to the descriptions so you can jump from section to section. So if you want to find something specific in the video, I should have said that early on, you can just go to the chapter stops after the video is non-live. So let's get started. But first, this stream is brought to you by Active Volcano. When you need to destroy target blue permanent or return target island to their owner's hand, nothing is better than Active Volcano for 1 red mana. If you'd like this card mailed to you or some of the other vintage crazy cards that I have here, don't forget to head on over to my Patreon account down here on the bottom left corner, patreon.com/vmcampos. sign up for the Patreon. You can get cool cards like this. Yep, 1 red mana, destroy any blue permanent. So goodbye Teferi, goodbye Jace, goodbye Nezahal, 1 red mana. Okay, so today's quests. So ultimately what I want to do... So ultimately what I want to do is drafting, but obviously that costs 750 gems or 5,000 gold. I'm a little bit more than 1,000 gold away from that. If I do today's quests, I should get very, very close. So cast 20 blue or red spells. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is we're going to play a mono blue deck. We're going to start off with the Arcane Inventions built-in deck. So I've got all of the built-in decks, plus some that I've made myself, like mono white vampires. Still working on that. I've got my Ajani deck I'm still working on that. It's just been so devastated after the removal of so many great cats. Anyway, Arcane Inventions. This is one of the starting decks. I've already started to upgrade it. So I've got 2 Gearsmith Prodigies, which get stronger once you've got artifacts. So yeah, I've got the Field Creeper. That'll make it stronger. I've got the Diamond Mare. So that's for turn 2, start to gain life. Siren Storm Tamer. That is a counter spell. Maybe I'll add more of those because I got a few more. Disdainful Stroke is cool. In the later game, for only 2 mana, counter any spell with casting cost of 4 or greater. It's just like you have to really hold off on that. Disperse to send stuff back to their hand. The Wind Mage, a 2/2 flyer that has prowess, sort of. Aviation Pioneer, just to get some blockers and stuff. Befuddle, I've only got 1. I usually like to have 2 or more of things. I've only got 1 cancel and no more cancels to get. Divination, Sigh, Sinister Sabotage, so Counterspell plus Surveil, only have 1 at the moment. Tempest Gin, I've only got 1, don't have enough to get there. Water Knot, plenty of those. Cover Up, Counterspell, and then return stuff to my library. Scholar, draw cards. Sentinel, Air Elemental. This deck has worked okay, even though it's kind of spread all over the place. Meteor Golem. Let's give it a shot here. Now, I did decrease it down to 22 islands. I think that's been okay. So this deck's been upgraded with adding a few more of some of the decks, some of the cards. Let's give it a shot. So we'll play just plain old ladder. So I want to get the gold. I want to get some wild cards. I want to see what are some possible strategies to overcome my opponent after playing. Maybe I'll try the best of 3. But okay, Freak to Everyone is the first challenger. We're all on the same level here. They go first. Disdainful Stroke, not until later. Got a couple of Field Creepers and the Cover Up, 3 mana. It's okay. Let's go with that. They're playing white, no turn 1, which is great. Say hello. Always be nice until you stomp them in the face. 2 mana, nothing. Okay, great. Because I've got then this. I don't have any Water Knots. I would feel much safer if I start to get some of my removal. My Dispersal thing or my Water Knots. Nothing on turn 3, but they're holding on to something. Okay, start to put in some air defense. Going for 2. Kind of weird that they don't have anything on 3 mana yet. I'm worried. 4 mana. Okay, can I... That was only 3 mana. Okay, next, here's where you've got to maintain a little bit because I've got my Disdainful Stroke that I need to hold on to. I'm more of an aggro player, so I've got to be really careful about just spending all my mana like I usually do. So I'm going to hold off on my Disdainful Stroke. They've got 5 mana. I'm going to counter it. Yep. Well, actually, no. Actually, yeah, I can cover it up this way. Nice. And counter its spell. There's nothing in my graveyard. Counter. What am I selecting? Tap. Target up to 4 cards. You may shuffle up to 4 cards. I have no 4 cards, so just submit that, right? So anyway, no history for you. 2 open mana still left. Dumbfounded. Okay, they'll swing in for 3/3 lifelink. Sure. Yeah, eliminate that guy, that's fine. Okay, so 5 mana in total will let me bring out another creeper. And then I still have the 2 mana for another Disdainful Stroke if they do a 4 casting cost or higher spell. Come on. Nothing? Fine, let that go through. I need a Water Knot. I need to counter this. There's the Prowess. Okay, I can keep scaring them that I've got stuff in my hand. Got some blockers here. That'll be enough to take out that knight, that soldier if it comes at me. Okay, the angel for lifelink. Not good. I need a Water Knot. Well, even that's not going to work because once they gain all that life. Okay, do they have combat tricks here? Gotta go for it. They have combat tricks. Or not. Okay, fine. Oops, my math was wrong. So anyway, okay, well, no need to be bluffing here anymore. They've got a flyer. Okay, well, this is game over. They've got, they're going to do a life gain. They're going to start building angels. I don't have any defenses anymore. This deck is out of gas. Okay, so what I needed to do here, what I needed was the Water Knot or some other sort of dispersal. Yeah, whatever, just get on with it. Yeah, I guess I just didn't have enough of the counter spells early on in this match. So okay, moving on. Let's try that with someone else. But before we go to the next match, let's check in on our good friend the Emerald Dragonfly. When you need a 1/1 flyer in green, you call the Emerald Dragonfly. Look at that beautiful Quentin Hoover art. But what's this? When you pay 2 green mana, it gets First Strike. So a First Strike flying little green critter. This is from the classic set, the classic reprint set, Chronicles. This reprinted some of Magic's earliest sets. Originally, this was published in Legends, and then it's here in Chronicles. So 2 mana, 1 generic, and 1 green for a 1/1 flyer, and then 2 green mana, activated ability to give it First Strike. Amazing. So next match. Let's see. Double Gun Derek. So like I said on that last match, I didn't feel it was that great of an opening hand. Okay, now here we got some counter spells. I go first. I can't get to the counter spells until I have a 3rd mana, a 3rd land, and I've only got 2 to start off with. Again, keep it or not. I really feel that mulliganing doesn't really work in Arena. So I really feel that you have to keep the hand that you're dealt, because mulliganing just doesn't. Now they had to mulligan as well. I just feel like the algorithm, I don't know. There's some things about the Magic algorithm that I still feel like are iffy. When you mulligan, I often feel 90% of the time you get a worse hand. When you're on a winning streak, I feel the algorithm messes with you too. I've had winning streaks and then suddenly I get mana flood, mana screw, I don't know. It is the statistics and all of that, but I don't believe it. Okay, so I'm getting worried here. I did not draw a land. There's 22 islands. Because everything is blue. I think it's a little safer. Okay, well, if I don't get one more land, I'm going to concede. Because, you know, you can't race. If they have their land drops and you don't, there's just no point. So, if I don't get a land, it's game over because you cannot afford to fall behind. Okay, that's fine. So, counter spells ready. I can divinate, but let's Sinister Sabotage. They're bringing in a lot of little weak creatures, so hopefully they bring in their bigger, like their Death Baron. Dissenter, nah. Can I divinate as an instant? No, it's a sorcery. Okay, no more land again. So I'll take a few knocks. I have to discard. I'll take a few knocks. I'm never gonna get to that golem. Who am I kidding? I'll take a few knocks and then I'll start to play my stuff. Patient Blue Mage, although my opening hand wasn't great. Alright, what are you doing here? Come on, bring in your big guns. Bring in your double guns. Your big double guns. Okay, when I cancel, I guess I'll go with the Aviation Pioneer to start to stabilize the board. Combat Trick, I'm definitely going to block that. So I've spent my counterspell. They're going to bring in something big next turn. I have no defenses. This is game over. And I have to discard. Okay. I guess we'll get rid of the Scholar. We'll get rid of the Gearsmith. So they were waiting for me to run out of mana, which I did. So they've got stuff to play, but I'm already down to 9 life. Pitiless Gorgon, not great, but okay, just building up more board presence. And, you know, having no lands. Now, they topped out at 4, I guess. But, you know, this is game over for me here. So 4 lands. I can't do anything meaningful here. I guess some blockers. This is still game over. Yeah. So it just wasn't in the cards. They've got something in hand with 1 black or green mana. What can you do with 1 black or green mana? So even if I block 2, there's still enough. Well, I guess I can barely survive. They've obviously got a Murder ready to deploy or some other removal, so dead. Alright, let's take out this and take out this. Okay. So it's just a numbers game at the moment. Okay, there's my 5th mana. I need 4 blockers. So, 1 blocker. Four blockers. Now, did I choose my Diamond Mare as white? I did, because I was playing it recently in a white deck. So, huge mistake there. Okay, Charnel Troll keeps charneling. Murder, yeah, it doesn't even matter because I don't have enough blockers, so even if they killed it, it doesn't even matter that I cancel that. I just want to show, yeah, I can cancel your thing. I already have, you know, they're going to go with 4 attackers, I have 3 blockers, and they have 2 more. Can they cast down something? So, yeah, good game. Okay, so what's the triage for that? I don't know. Just get a better opening hand. There were no turn 1 plays. Also, there were no turn 2. There were no turn like 4 plays, just because the algorithm. I had no mana. So yes, you're gonna hear me be very paranoid all about it. That it's the algorithm messing with me, and it is. It is definitely messing with me specifically. I've just played too many hours for free. Okay, so Water Knot, that's good. Divination, that's good. Counterspell, that's good. Okay, and I start off. So I can start to build my strat. Alright, so if they start to get in one of their big critters early on somehow, Mono Green Stompy, Water Knot. Nope, we come with black and green. Did I say hello already? They're coming in with black and green. Hey, Aaron Blevins, what is up? Thank you for joining the stream. How are you? I'm trying to play some green magic over here. I mean blue. I swear I'm colorblind sometimes. I'm just trying to play some blue spells over here. Not my forte. I'm more of an aggro player, but I want to get that gold. Okay, but at least they are not playing anything yet. Excellent. All right, what do we want to do here? So we've got enough to start to do a counter spell, although it's going to get wasted because I don't have its second ability, but counter spell is a counter spell. I can Water Knot things to lock them down. Sapling Migration, do I want to counter that? Nah. It's only 2 little 1/1s. Okay, here's my 5th land. What can I do with 5 lands here? Air Elemental. Or start to prevent or get ready for a counterspell. Nah, let's bring in a big old 4/4 in the air. Okay, so next turn they're gonna bring in their Poison Tip Archer. That'll get Water Knotted. Meteor Golem. Okay, so let's knot that. Unblockable now. Go to the air. Some more field presence. I like aggro, and for EDH I play a butt face deck. I understand not liking blue. Okay, so they have the City's Blessing. Okay, I'm going to Water Knot that. I guess I'll Water Knot that Prophet. Although they're still going to get their ability. Or I can Sphinx it, actually. Yeah, let's Sphinx it. So, remind me again, what's a butt face deck? Is that when you've got... a lot of creatures with a lot of toughness, and then you switch it around with Sabat? Okay, so they're building some presence. They're coming in for an attack. I suppose that's fine. Whatever. That's fine. Ooh, I can bring in Zahid. That will be great. Tap an artifact. And, ooh, Aaron, thank you for becoming a subscriber. Look at that zombie coming to get you. Yeah, I do streams every Saturday. From 11, Vicious Offering, from 11 to, at 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. Okay, they're going to Vicious Offering my Zahid, that's fine, but I've got 2 flyers. Costly Plunder, okay. Gonna sacrifice their archer. Or they sacrificed the sapling. Okay, so they're gonna do Vicious Offering on my elemental. It can't really reach my Riddle Master or my Zahid. Then I've got 2 flyers. They've got 1 blocker. Let's see what happens. They have enough to murder and stuff like that. Arcades the strategist, which is cool. I love those classic Elder Dragons. So Omnivore, okay, lets you gain life, but you're out of mana. Sure, come on in. Do I want to block anything? Yeah, let's block. Why not? They have no defense. Okay, well, actually, Poison Tip Archer is going to ding me, but 1 less. So how long have you played? You know, this is game over right here. We'll rub it in. Good game. Because now we water not one of their flyers. Their only flyer. Come in for 2 flyers. Nothing in the air. Game over. So how long have you played Magic? I played back in the 90s. And no, I don't have a Black Lotus or anything like that. I played after that Golden Age. I played actually during the Dark Ages of Magic, when Magic was deemed too powerful, and then they really toned it down. So I played during the time of Fallen Empires, 4th edition, Ice Age. They still hold a place in my heart, but Fallen Empires is a pretty bad set. Oh, and Homelands. Homelands was during my day, which was the worst set of all time. Yes, worse than Kamigawa. So what I actually do besides streaming is I give away vintage Magic cards, perfect for Commander/EDH. For example, here's the classic Disenchant. Before Naturalize became the go-to artifact or enchantment destruction, it was in white. So 1 white, 1 more, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Instant. This comes from Mirage, a classic set. This is when Magic started to come out of the Dark Ages. This was an amazing African-themed set happening in the continent of Jamura. So here, flavor text. There are harsher ways to learn the meaning of the word no. Rashida Scalebane. This and many other vintage cards from 20 years ago, 23 years ago, can be yours. To all my viewers of the stream, if you head on over to my Patreon, see down there at the bottom, patreon.com/vmcampos, pledge $2, and you can get at least three vintage cards, perfect for Commander, that will be very fun, and WTF for your play group in the colors you want, of course. Like, hey, who wouldn't want an Orcish Conscripts? Look at this guy. Wow your opponents by having a goblin picking his nose. What does it do? I'm glad you asked. For 1 red mana, summon orcs. Now, this is the old classic 4th edition. And Aaron, you said you played in 6th grade. You're 30 and picked it up back in Kaladesh. Okay, cool. So, kind of like me, I beat you by 10 years. I don't know if that's actually winning. But yeah, I'm 40. And so we kind of had a difference of time like that too. Anyway, the Orcish Conscripts. This is a 2/2. Now, honestly, this is a terrible card, but it's really fun for nostalgia. Orcish Conscripts cannot attack this turn unless at least 2 other creatures are attacking. So yeah, you summon it turn 1, but it's a real coward. It can't attack unless it has 2 others attacking plus this. And also, it cannot block unless you have 2 other blockers. But anyway, I've got some other cool cards to show off as we go on. Let's keep playing a little bit more. So my goal is to get to the goals here. Okay, I'm going to switch decks. This Arcane Invention is okay, but here's another deck that I was kind of upgrading, the Dragon's Fire. This is one that came with Arena, but I've already upgraded it to be way more burn, way more haste, so check it out. 3 Shivan Fires, 4 Shocks, 4 Lightning Strikes, 2 Viashino Pyromancers, so enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to the opponent. Direct Current, still kind of iffy on that. I'm just kind of liking Jumpstart, but for only 2 damage, for 3 mana, and discarding a card, I don't think this is a very good card. Fight with Fire, it's actually better than I thought. 5 damage to a creature for 3 mana. Gutter Snipe is amazing. I need to put more of these in the deck. I don't have any wild cards. Pyromantic Pilgrim, very cool. 3/1 haste, especially when the board is clear. Repeating Barrage, I just needed more damage. This one's in here, it's kind of expensive. 3 damage to anything, good, but then the raid of having to pay 5 more mana to bring it back from the graveyard, better for late game. Charging Monstrosaur, 5/5 Trampler with haste, perfect. Demanding Dragon, 5/5 Flyer that forces the opponent to get 5 damage upon summoning or discard a creature. This one also has a place in my heart because when I went to San Diego Comic-Con, I actually talked with Mark Rosewater, head designer or whatever his title is at Wizards, and we opened a pack of M19 together. I recorded it. It's on my YouTube channel, and this is the rare that I opened with him. Spark-Tongue Dragon. It's not as good as I keep thinking it is. The great thing about it is it's sort of got a kicker to it, which is too expensive. I never end up kicking it. You get a 3/3 flyer, which this is another dragon that leads into having Lathless. Whenever you summon dragons, you get more dragons. Burning Sun's Avatar, not a dragon, but he wants to hang out with dragons. 6/6 that does 3 damage to an opponent or planeswalker and a creature. And Volcano Dragon, 4/4 Flying Haste. Banefire to really hit him in the dome. And then 24 Mountains. So let's play with this deck. Try to get that gold. See how it goes. When this deck works, it works. It's really a lot of burn, a lot of haste, and a lot of fun. So let's see here. What kind of shenanigans? Okay, we've got plenty of burn, so we'll keep that. So where's everyone watching from? I'm in Southern California, sunny San Diego. Not that sunny today, actually. It's kind of gloomy out there. We're supposed to get rain for the first time in a while. We live in a semi-desert area, so that... Alright, let's see here. So we don't want to reveal that we've already got something here, so pass the turn really quick. Bolt the bird. They're obviously going to ramp into something. Let's stop that ramp. Of course you will kill a 1/1 critter because it is gonna get out of hand. For some reason my card does not work on Patreon. I'm from Ohio. It's raining here all week. Ah man, I wish it was raining. I love the rain. Over on my Instagram account, I post every time it rains. So Instagram.com/VMCompos. I'm VMCompos everywhere except on YouTube. I'm VMComposJR there. Anyway, sorry about your card not working. I'm sure it should. Check your numbers and such. I really appreciate you trying. Okay, that's dead. I really appreciate you trying to become a patron. If you do, you're gonna get some very cool cards. Maybe some one-on-one deck techs and such. But yeah, give it a try. And ooh, do we have here our flying dragon? Not yet. Anyway, I hated to fry that kitty cat because I like it in my own deck, but I like it because it's a great card. Okay, here's another one. I cannot take care of it this time, but maybe one more. Yep. Okay, now I can take care of it. So, tra-la-la. Vicious. Okay, so this deck is totally running the board. Now I need to start to get out my. You can't win the game unless they lose life. So 4/3 and a 4/4 haste. Okay, well those are gonna trade, I guess, or it has lifelink. Yeah, I guess we'll trade. Unless I have a shenanigan for 1 green mana. They don't. Great. Okay, next turn. Viashino Pyromancer, do some damage. Then we've got a Direct Current. Okay, here's a 4/4. Okay. What does this one do again? When it dies, create 2 tokens. Okay. You're going to get a card that's not American Express. Then I'll hit back up. Won't work on Amazon either. Seems anything online, it flags. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's annoying. You know, money is money. Why don't they take it? Okay, so I guess here, what do we want to do? I can't jumpstart it, so I can't jumpstart it. I guess I'll try to jumpstart it next time. Okay, so now Mana Flood. This is game over. Let's at least take out one of their 4/4s. Play only as a sorcery. Because it is a sorcery. Okay. Okay. So this game was going very, very well for me. I was burning everything that they had, taking out some really, really good of their creatures. And then they just got totally lucky. So Roku Dabu, congratulations. You survived the red onslaught. Then you've got a combat trick to double everything, and this is game over. Yep, there you go. Nice job. Okay, well, how close am I to that gold? Got that gold. Okay, cool. I'm at 4,600, so I'm trying to get 5,000 for the drafting, which I'll probably do at 11. So I think I can get up to 100 coins, maybe. So that should get me there. Let's try to do a little bit more grinding here. While we wait for our match, this game is brought to you by the Benevolent Unicorn. There are no unicorns more benevolent than the Benevolent Unicorn. For 2 mana, summon Unicorn. It's a 1/2, also from Mirage. Whenever a spell assigns damage to a creature or player, that damage is reduced by 1. So this Unicorn basically stops 1 damage to everything, to creature or player. So this Unicorn will automatically prevent 1 damage to you. So if you're getting attacked by a Llanowar Elf, okay, we're going to do a mirror match here. That's fine. Go ahead and do that if you want. They didn't. Oops. That's funny. What, did they not mean to do that? Did I go to the pre-release? Yes, I did. I actually got 2 guild kits, or whatever they're called. Okay, they're going to do a lot of damage to... they're funny, because I can do something like that too. Now, obviously, they're out of mana, which is great. But anyway, yep, I got 2 pre-release guild kits. Here comes some damage to my critter. Okay, fine. Do you have another shock? Nope. Okay. Well, I have another haste. You've got a shock, I've got a Hulk. So what did I get in these? I got some pretty good valuable cards, actually. Okay, let's Bane fire that out of the way. Nope, I don't have enough for that. Okay. Well, they're not going to defend that. Defend it. Okay, great. So, no more dino for you. We only need to pay 1, and that is toast. 1 more land, and I can bring in a charging Monstrosaur. So what else did I get? Okay, so I got, okay, you've got your 4/4 trample that deals a lot of damage. But yeah, how about a 5/5 trample? I got steam vents. Now they're going to put a Blanchwood armor on this. Okay, no, that's fine. I can Bane Fire this if they don't attack. Well, even if they attack, I'll be able to take it out unless they have some, Sure Strike, which costs 2 mana. They might have a Shock. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You were unable to go, sadly. Yeah, that's not fun. They're looking at my Monstrosaur. What's happening? I don't go that often. I've only gone to Ixalan and Guilds of Ravnica. And I usually play often with my... I'm getting worried here. What are you up to, Pixel? What are you up to, Google Pixel? You have 1 red mana. That's Burn. That's a Shock. That's a bunch of things. Oops. You're very interesting, Pixel. So, okay. So what do we want to do next? If we attack, we're open to come in, for them to come in within 8/8. Well, we're going to Banefire that. We're going to Banefire that Tuskodon because that can do 8 damage. Are we getting a salty player here? Are they going to run us out of the clock? That's fine. Okay, let's plan our strat. Definitely Banefire on the Tuskodon. We cannot get a double damage critter coming at us. I have enough for Lathless, which is great, but I'm really weird about that. Let's just be safe with 5. What's going to happen with that? Okay, great. So then we can charge in for 5 because they've got a 4/2. Next turn, Lathless. Fine. Trample damage. Good. Good. Gotta go. My baby's crying. Oh, okay, well, yeah, see you. You got a Tuskodon too. Monstrosaur. Okay, thanks for joining in, Aaron. Take care of that baby, and see you in the stream later. Alright, so what we want to do here is, how about a 6/6? And then how about 5 to the face? 1 mana. They have something in hand that they have not been using. Very confusing. Even if they attack, I can probably not block. They did their own Banefire. Okay. So now it's a standoff. Yes! Okay, so we'll say, good game. We'll move in to attack. We will then respond to our attack with a shock. And finish it off with the Monstrosaur. And that's the way the pixel crumbles. Alright, so 100 more gold. $4,700. Nice. Okay, let's pause here for our next sponsor. Today we are being sponsored by Crunchy Cinnamon Squares, milk chocolate bar with bits of crunchy cinnamon square cereal. So all of that is to say that this is Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a chocolate bar. And how does it taste? Very good, of course, because I've only got like 2 little squares left. I will take 1 more, and then we'll get back to the game. Sorry if the crunchiness is too loud. I'm going to start a new YouTube series, Snack Chat, where I talk about snacks and apologize about the chewing noises. This is a preview. Really good. It does taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Classic cereal. Crunchy. Chocolatey. Amazing. Just like me on Magic Arena. So, I've been streaming 45 minutes. The goal is an hour. And I'll wrap up for the morning stream. And then I'll see you at the evening stream. Okay, what do we have here? Some Banefire, Monster Swords until the later game, 3 mana. It's fine. I would want more cheap burn spells. Banefire will work. Tap land. No early plays for me. Probably get rid of that. Yep, it's going to get out of hand. I know they've got shenanigans, token generation. Okay, here's some ramp. Only one shock next turn, Monstrosaur. 2 of those critters. I have 5 mana already. Lightning Strike would have been amazing on that. Come in for 1, okay. Now they're going to do a Giant Strength here because they have 2 mana open. They could do a Giant Strength. What's it called? That new big one? Okay, so I've got enough for Lathless too. That's nice. Alright, so come in for 5. They've got some instant there. It's got to be that Titanic Growth thing, Giant Growth, whatever it's called nowadays. They'll probably use it here. That's fine, because then they get rid of it for when I have my other creatures later. Okay. Got 6 mana. 7? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they have 7 mana. Okay. A Johnny's Pridemate. Luminous Bonds. Okay, fine. You only use the Leonin Vanguard if you're going to do a Johnny's Pridemate. So do you have an Ajani's Pridemate? I'm going to save a mana for that, because I can do another Monstrosaur here. I have 1 green or white mana left. They have some instant in hand. If they do bring in their Pridemate, you know, you wouldn't have a Vanguard without a Pridemate. That combo is just too easy. I like it. At least 3 creatures, have a Vanguard, you gain life before combat. Once you gain life, Ajani's Pridemate gets a +1. Put 3 green elves. Okay. I guess I'll burn a few of them. I should... Okay, yeah, let me shock that first. I should have done that as soon as I summoned the whatever. Okay, anyway. So, got a little draggy. Let's kick... Or let's just burn one of these. Now you don't have enough blockers to take out the Monstrosaur. Yes, in the air, that's going to come in as a big old terror. In the air, this is game over unless you have a flyer or reach. Poison Tip Archer. No, that has black mana. Two vigilance, and you create 2 more 2/2s. Okay, whatever. Okay, Galta. Does that have reach? If it doesn't, it's game over. Nope, that's still game over. To show I mean business. You have a 12/12. I have a 9/6. Flyer. Alright, so give me that gold. So compared to the mono blue deck, this one seems to win more because of the shock and awe. I think red decks, mono red decks are so cheap, but I've got to admit they're fun. Burn this creature, burn that defense, destroy this. Careful combo based on creatures, it's fun. Direct damage to the face to planeswalkers, it's fun. I see the allure. I hate being on the receiving end of it. On a mirror match, that can be fun if I go first. I like more. That's a very aggro kind of deck. But let's look at the classic card here and do another game. Speaking of red, Sabertooth Tiger. So look at that kitty. This is by classic artist Melissa Benson. She often did other art such as the classic Nightmare card, Little Horse. This is for 3 mana. 2 generic, 2 colorless, 1 red. Summon Tiger. It's a creature, so of course these are vintage cards. They're in the old vintage white borders. You get a 2/1 cat with first strike. So a 2/1 first strike cat for your cat deck. Flavor text. I fear anything with teeth measured in handspans. Norin the Wary. Back when they didn't have a big ol' story set up yet, with its own intricate flavor text, this was starting to set that up. This was printed, it's kind of dark in my office here, I can't even see that, 1997. This is a 5th edition. I don't quite recall when this was first printed, but let's play another match here. We should be able to get to the 5,000 gold, and then I'll do the draft for the evening stream, 11 p.m. Okay, Archsuel is my challenger, rocking a Liliana. Okay, so plenty of burn here. Good. And I've got the Pyromancer too. Let's go with this. So they're like a level... okay. They're a level... It's backwards. They've got 4 flourishes on their logo. Okay, that's done. Gain life on that. Fine. We don't need it to get stronger. Okay, you gain 2 life. Fine. Pyromancer. So, yep, pay attention. That Pyromancer is only 2 mana. I needed to bring it in last turn because I had the mana for it. So, pay attention. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Yeah, I guess let's get rid of that Cleric. And go in for a 2. Now the fire is a sorcery. Okay. Fight with fire. Got a 3/4. Okay. We'll get rid of that as well. wish I had enough to also swing in with the Pilgrim, but okay. One more mana, huh? Okay, well, I guess what we can do here is Monstrosaur, because they don't have enough to kill it completely. We'll also swing in with the Pyromancer, maybe take out one of their guys. They probably have the Vampire Zeal for 1 white mana? Or not, okay. For 3, no problem. Come in for 5 more. They can take it. 1 card left. Okay, good. They're... Oh, okay. That's gonna be good. Really good. This is already like a 5. This is a 5/5. We'll give him props for that because I like the Pride Mate. Okay, I need a lot of burn here. Okay. Not enough burn. Okay. This is just a numbers game here, so they're down to 1 blocker. Yeah, it's a 7/7. What do they have? Okay, land. Good. Good. Okay. That's fair. Oh, they're totally flooding. Sorry about that, buddy. Okay, well, let's see. We got something else to do here. Okay, 2/2 lifelink. There's your life. Now you got an 8/8. All right, double gutter snipe. Oh no! They totally. They totally turned this game around. Okay, that's fun. So they're going to come at me with a 10/10, a 4/4, and 2 1/1s. Okay, so obviously I have to Obviously, I have to block a Johnny. Besides that, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. Then I go for 4, 5, 6 in the air. And if I get a burn spell... Well, actually, yeah, lifelink. Come on, Banefire. Pyromantic. Oh, that'll work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's 1. That is 1. Okay, well... Alright, Arch School, you earned it. After so much mana flood. After being on the brink. You got it. You got it. I was off by 1 damage. Alright, well, I'm at an hour. I had a cool time hanging out with everyone, showing off some of these old vintage cards. If you want any of them, head on over to my Patreon. Down over there, patreon.com/vmcampos. $2 a month gets you some cool, fun vintage cards, such as this. This is from 5th edition, 1997. This is a 23-year-old card, Wall of Air, the classic card that has been around since day one of Magic. This one is the new art. The original art was by Richard Thomas, Richard Spencer, don't quite remember, but this is Richard Kane, Ron Spencer. This is Richard Kane Ferguson, one of the best classic artists, very impressionistic style. For 3 mana, you get a 1/5 flying wall. It's a defender, plus some amazing classic art. So beautiful. Richard Kane Ferguson is a beast. You can get this and other cards if you subscribe to my Patreon. $2 a month. At least 3 vintage cards mailed to you every month. And perfect for Commander. So this has been VM Campos. Thanks for watching. See you on the next stream.